Have you ever woken up one day and thought, I want to push my body and mind to the absolute limit, endure impossible challenges, and maybe, just maybe, become an elite fighter in the process? No? Well, too bad, because today we're diving headfirst, quite literally, into the world of Navy SEAL training. Now, when you think of the Navy SEALs, you might picture those guys in action movies, diving out of planes and taking down bad guys. But trust me, the reality is much, much scarier. And by scary, I mean rigorous, demanding, and, just a teensy bit terrifying. To become one of these superhumans, it takes more than just a pretty face and the ability to do a couple of push-ups. Now we're diving into the deep end of this pool of pain called BUDS, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training. Strap in for a delightful 24-week period of fun, and by fun, I mean near superhuman endurance testing. The first phase of BUD-S is all about physical conditioning. Think long-distance runs in the sand, swims in frigid waters, and of course, countless calisthenics. This is where the phrase, no pain, no gain, takes on a whole new level of meaning. Here, the Navy SEAL instructors are like your personal fitness demons, always pushing you to go beyond your limits, and when you think you've reached your end, they'll push you some more. Next up, it's combat diving. And if you thought swimming in your local pool was challenging, try doing it while holding your breath, navigating under the water, and managing your equipment all at the same time. You'll be like Aquaman, minus the fishy friends and Hollywood glamour. And finally, there's land warfare training. Remember those childhood games of hide and seek? Well, this is like that, but with high stakes. They teach you tactics, navigation, and patrolling. And let's not forget everyone's favorite, the explosives. Because nothing says I'm having a blast like a little bit of C4. Now, let's talk about the infamous Hell Week, nestled in that first phase of BUD-S. It's 5.5 days of continuous training with a maximum total of 4 hours of sleep. It's like a week-long all-nighter, but instead of cramming for exams, you're running, swimming, and doing physical drills until you forget your own name. Let's just say it's not called Heaven Week for a reason. Now, if you've survived BUDS and haven't transformed into a human icicle, you're rewarded with SEAL qualification training, or as I like to call it, congratulations. Your initiation into real pain is about to begin. This isn't a cozy seminar where you're given a certificate and a pat on the back. This is another 26 weeks of pure, intense, what have I gotten myself into learning. You'll be taught a variety of skills that you never thought you would need, or frankly, want to know. Here, they cram more knowledge into your head than a college student during finals week. You'll learn everything from parachuting operations to cold weather survival. In case you thought being a Navy SEAL was a beach vacation. Think more along the lines of Bear Grylls on a caffeine bender, fighting off frostbite while diving from a plane. And did I mention you'll also learn basic medical skills? Because, of course, when they make you run until you feel like your lungs are going to stage a mutiny, you might as well know how to treat your own injuries. It's an all-in-one package, really. And let's not forget the combat skills, tactical training, and lessons on navigating the battlefield. Because in the end, being a Navy SEAL isn't about just surviving the training, it's about becoming one of the most effective, capable fighters in the world. It's about being prepared for anything, anytime, anywhere. And that, my friends, takes more than just muscle. It takes mind, it takes grit, and it takes the kind of stubborn determination that says, I can do this, even when everything else is telling you otherwise. So, you've survived SQT, congratulations. You're now a Navy SEAL. That sounds pretty impressive, doesn't it? Well, don't rest on your laurels just yet, because the training express isn't slowing down. Now you're shipped off to parachute training at the U.S. Army Jump School. You get the pleasure of experiencing the Earth's gravitational pull in the most thrilling and intense way possible. Make sure you wave at the birds on your way down. Still with me? Great. Because once you've mastered the art of not turning into a pancake, you're assigned to a SEAL team where you'll specialize in a particular field. You could become a sniper, effectively turning into a human calculator as you figure out the wind speed, distance, and the curvature of the Earth before pulling the trigger. Or you might become a communications expert, mastering all those complicated gadgets that look like they belong in a sci-fi movie. Maybe you'll end up as a breacher, essentially becoming a human wrecking ball. There are numerous paths to choose, each one as thrilling and demanding as the last. The rigorous training and specialization doesn't stop there. It's a never-ending cycle of learning, developing, and honing your skills. It's like being in school, but instead of pop quizzes and homework, you're engaging in high-intensity combat simulations and tactical drills. The fun just keeps rolling in the SEALs, kind of like the tides during your BUDS training. Remember those? Ah, good times. We've talked about the physical demands of becoming a Navy SEAL, but let's not forget the psychological side. Because, as if running on sand with a boat on your head wasn't hard enough, you also need the mental fortitude of a monk on steroids. This means emotional resilience, commitment, and a healthy dose of "I can do this" attitude. Surviving the training to become a SEAL is like completing the world's toughest jigsaw puzzle, only to realize you've just begun a life-sized 3D version.